Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, Sanditon Season 3 just gotten back with another episode, which was loaded with both love and shock. The final confrontation between Georgiana and Lockhart, Henry discussing his sexuality with Arthur, and, most importantly, Alexander dropping the L-bomb and announcing his love for Charlotte were all on display. Let's take a look at every important plot point in this episode. It was a time of disappointment and then relief for Georgiana, who was confronted with horrifying accusations in court. According to Lockhart, Mr. Lamb sold Georgiana's mother to a different plantation owner 6 months after she was born. Even a document proving the sale was brought in by Lockhart. However, given Lockhart's lawyer's perjury when he obtained a fictitious physician to testify against Georgiana, we are not inclined to believe this document to be genuine. They try to show that Mr. Lamb's health was getting worse as he got closer to death. Therefore, his inheritance letter to Georgiana must have been the result of an unstable mind. Fortunately, however, Samuel intervened and demonstrated that the doctor they brought to court had testified for money. In the end, the judge decided that Lockhart's argument was pointless, and Georgiana received her inheritance. Georgia had to deal with Otis, who came to visit her despite the trial's stress. Otis wanted to provide Georgiana with emotional support, and they had a civil conversation. Following that, he left her a note with his address on it. However, Georgiana threw it into the fire at the episode's conclusion because, after much thought, she realized that Otis was unable to protect her. Will she be able to leave Otis behind if she wants to? In the subsequent episodes, we'll see that. We were looking forward to one particular storyline, and that was the one involving Henry and Arthur. Henry told Arthur, somewhat metaphorically, that he prefers to be with men than women during a conversation at the Colbert shooting party. You should have seen Arthur's expression. Hearing such words made him appear terrified. Arthur was unable to respond when Henry inquired if they shared a similar interest. He appeared to be about to weep. Henry left the room right away, embarrassed, believing that the response was no. Sincerely, we do think Arthur is similar to Henry. We were led to believe that his feelings were more than just friendship because of the way he talked about Lockhart and how much he trusted him. Because he was weak against Lockhart, he had that much faith in him. Presently, it seems he feels the same way against Henry. We truly want to believe that he can consider his genuine sentiments and converse with Henry about them. Last but not least, we should talk about Charlotte and Alexander because the episode had an amazing but heartbreaking scene about these two women. After realizing how much they were in love, Susan and Samuel decided to bring Alexander and Charlotte together. Charlotte was supposed to leave after the party with a gun. Who met her there when she decided to walk on the cliffs? Mr. Colborne himself. Before this scene, Samuel conversed with Alexander about how it was clear that he adored Charlotte and she cherished him back. Because she wasn't yet married, he encouraged Alexander to talk to her. Alexander set off to find Charlotte after this worked like a charm. Alexander may have been the most forthright person we have ever seen in this particular scene on the cliffs. He began by saying that he ought to discuss how passionately he respects Charlotte. He added, "It's a wasted day for me every day of my life that I don't spend it with you. I'd also tried unsuccessfully to deny it, but I'm in love with you." Madam Haywood, the two exchanged passionate kisses following this grand declaration. Yet, it wasn't some time before Charlotte halted with outrage. She advised him not to have said those things and that they shouldn't have done that. However, Alexander stated that he was sorry he hadn't said them sooner. After that, Charlotte became irate and inquired, "Then why didn't you?" Despite Alexander's request that she remain and build a life with him, she reminded him that she was getting married and had made a promise to Ralph and her parents. After declaring that it was too late, Charlotte left. Sadly, the episode came to an end here. She didn't back down when we thought Charlotte would give up on her engagement. She was correct when she said Alexander would be late, but he couldn't have known that she would get engaged so quickly. Since there are still 3 episodes to go in the season, we are certain that there will be more heated exchanges between them. That concludes the 3rd episode of Season 3. We attempted to specify the main storylines of the episode. Did you appreciate our recap? How did you feel about the final scene? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.